Everyone, this is a 10-minute review of the first estimated 10 hours of gameplay for Rose Online. Going through the character creator really quick, just so you guys can have an idea of the customization for at least the males that you can choose. But what I decided to do is I want to do a 10-hour review in 10 minutes of the first 10 hours of gameplay in a game such as Rose Online. I think giving a game 10 hours is definitely enough time to get a good estimate of whether or not you're going to enjoy a game. So right away, I wanted to review the music of this game. It's very bubbly, it's very happy, it's good music, but it's really not great music, and it's repetitive and kind of annoying. This is the first music that you're greeted to as soon as you enter the game, and there's no way to make it stop looping. The only thing you can do is turn off the music, which makes for a very silent adventure through the world of Rose Online. I'm also having an extremely difficult time working with the UI, as you can tell. Kind of bunched it all up into the top left-hand corner. That wasn't very pleasant for me. Right away as I go into the second zone, I get a little bit different music, a little bit different tone, but really, I know it's just going to loop over and over again, and it just makes me want to ride my little caterpillar off a cliff. Luckily, you can do that. But there's no fall damage in this game, so you just kind of float happily to the ground, just as I did there. But in the first 10 hours of gameplay, there's really only a few zones with different types of music, and Breezy Hills, the one I'm in now, you better get used to this because you're gonna hear it all the time. You're in this zone, or at least I was, for probably half of the 10 hours that I played this game, grinding the various creatures of this area. Really annoying. And I disliked that greatly. It's kind of sad that the game never really sends you to the Sunshine Coast. I had to venture off into this area to see what was here. And the music is very elevator music. I don't really know why they decided to go with an elevator music theme in this area, but they did. And I don't think it works. As a matter of fact, I don't think any of this music works. Most MMORPGs do have one of two things. They either start playing a different type of music as soon as you get into battle, or you encounter different music as you go into different areas. Now let's talk about the combat. Through my 10 hours of gameplay, I did not do a whole lot of skill learning. I mean, I learned different skills, but they didn't really do anything. My combat was essentially me pressing the one key over and over and over again. And I gotta tell you, that's really not fun. This is a grinder, and all you have to do is press one key. You have an auto attack, and you press one. But I did realize at one point that there is another skill in my skill book that I can learn that gives me what looks to be a summon. So I decided, after several hours of gameplay already, that it's time to learn one of these summons. That I need something different. Because it looks like the only skills that I can learn are going to be for crafting, or the one shot that I have, and then everything else is a bunch of passives for my class, which I chose a dealer. So I decided to get what looks to be a warrior. So I'm thinking, this guy's going to be able to tank for me, right? And lo and behold, he doesn't tank for shit. But what he does do is whoop some ass. From this point on, when I actually learned this skill, this guy, he deals a lot of damage. One whack, and it's history. He's really strong. Both of the summons are. There's also an archer that I ended up picking up later on. But they are incredibly dumb and super buggy. And Rose Online has been out for a long time. I don't know if any of you have actually kept up with it, but it's been out for several years. And the fact that they're so buggy is really annoying. I mean, just look at this. I started attacking these two larger ants thinking I could take them easy. My little warrior guy is just going to whack them, no problem. And he's useless. He decides to attack after I've already been killed. So like I said, I pick up the archer instead. I figure maybe she's less buggy. Because she can get an attack from range, maybe she'll stand next to me and just shoot whatever I'm shooting. Please, God, let that be the case. And for a little while, that was the case. Until I encountered these flowers. Thought she was helping me? No. She's looking at a hill. I have no idea what she's doing looking at the hill, but she's certainly not helping me. So back to pressing 1. 1. God, what is she doing? She's so dumb. Alright, maybe she'll help me kill this ghost. The ghost is close to her. Maybe she'll help. Alright. There we go. Okay. Maybe she's just bugged a little bit. No. She's useless. They're extremely close to useless, and it's so frustrating. It's one of the most frustrating things I've ever encountered in an MMO. Is that she's not bugged all the time. So sometimes you feel like you can count on her. She's been attacking, she's killed 4 or 5 monsters with you, and so you go, okay, well, she's gonna help me for the next one. You start attacking the next one, and you just get killed. I would rather she be completely bugged, and to the point where I would just throw away that skill point and say, okay, I won't even bother. But sometimes she helps. I'm trying to figure out why she's bugging. I see, okay, well, there's a flower over here. I'm gonna attack the flower. I'm gonna try and kill this flower, maybe she'll unbug. So I take out the flower, I go pick up some of the loot. Maybe she's okay now. Please, God. Make her okay now so she can help me. Why won't she cross the road? Oh my God, this is so frustrating. Whatever, moving on. Will you help? The snail leader king is right next to you. Will you shoot at him? Just need you to shoot. Just one time. Oh my God. Look at this one. He's right in front of you. His shots are going through you. Oh, great. Awesome. So, what kind of monsters do you get to fight in the epic world of Rose Online? Well, how about mini jelly beans? How about young honeybees? That's right. You get to slay these epic monsters. How about a little cute worm? Stab him right in the face. How about a flower? Is this your idea? Is this your ideal MMO? The kind of monsters that you get to fight. Flowers and jelly beans. And pumpkins, how about pumpkins? And you know what? Just ordinary pumpkins is not enough. How about a Texas pumpkin? A cowboy pumpkin. That's right. Play Rose, kill a cowboy pumpkin. But don't forget, the first somewhat difficult monster, and I say that meaning that he really wasn't difficult at all, but at least he made me think about my health bar, the Jelly King. King of the jelly beans. Come on. How about some ants? Known as pummocks in this game. You can slay ants. How about wasps? Or look at these. They're little dogs with hats. Would you like to kill some dogs? How about the king of the dogs? Another somewhat difficult monster. You'll find these spread out throughout the world of Rose Online in different camps. But it can't get worse than this in terms of monsters to kill. Like, these are not monsters that I'd want to be killing. They're boring. The same type of monsters throughout the 10 hours that I played. There's not even a dozen. But there's bags. There's bags. And there's cans. That's right, you can kill garbage. Fuck this game. Okay, look. So, Rose Online isn't necessarily that horrible of a game. I have a lot of complaints about it. And there's a lot of really annoying things, but for every annoying thing, it's kind of endearing. The colors, the atmosphere, the monsters that you kill, the entire world is very welcoming. And the combat, while boring, really boring, is also fairly welcoming as well. I mean, it's a grinder, and it's a pretty good grinder. Even though I got frustrated with a lot of the different aspects of this game, and the fact that you have to level to a crazy level, I think it goes up to past the hundreds, that even with that aspect, it might still be fun to come back and just play it every once in a while. I never felt like I had to stress myself to play the game at all, but I am glad that I stopped playing it, and I put in just under 10 hours, and I don't think I'll be coming back to it unless there's a big update. And I know I've gone over the 10 minutes already, and I'm okay with that. Even though this is my first 10-minute review of a game, I wanted to make sure that I said some nice things about the game. Again, the music, while repetitive and annoying, I wish there were more aspects to it. Being able to change off the fact that you can loop would really make that easier for me. But again, for people who end up enjoying Rose Online, there is a layer of depth to it. For example, the crafting is not that bad. It's really complicated, and if you're looking for an MMO that's free and you don't feel forced to spend any money with it, you just want to spend some time playing a game, this is also a very kid-friendly looking game as well. I never felt offended by anything. Give Rose a try. For every negative thing that I say, I still would recommend some people just try Rose Online.